but it's a whole lot safer. There's a security outfit in place, which if for whatever reason you have any hitches and you call out, there's a less than 2 minutes response time. I think that's really credible for any security anywhere in the world, even in the UK.
It's not the first time that AMA is held here. So from the previous ones, do you have any facts, figures, statistics to show that there's progression, leveraging on what AMA has done over time to gain benefit continuously from even with this one?
Difficult to give you figures. It's a little difficult to give you figures. But yes, we know what we need to work on to ensure that we leverage from it. We are aware of what we need to work on to ensure that we leverage from AMA.
What are those?
Things like, there was a training program in this AMA. Now, the people who have been trained, we have to ensure that they actually get somewhere with their skills. And what we want to achieve by that is youth empowerment, such that those who were trained can actually find a skill in the sector and do something with their life on their own, independently.
Are you creating movie stars out of Bayelsans?
Yes, we are. We're working towards that.
And how they do it?
They had an intensive training course, which ended up with some short movies and things like that. And we intend to continue to ensure that we promote that.
Is there a school here for budding actors and actresses?
We did have one. As part of the AMA program.
Or just as part of the AMA?
Just as part of the AMA.
It's not going to be something that is continuous?
No, not now. Not probably for another 6 or 7 months. But we would ensure that we continue to get them acting short movies, building up to maybe acting epics as well, because we want to also utilize it to promote our culture and language.
What would you consider your greatest challenge? I mean, you're the DG of a Tourism Development Board in Bayelsa. What do you consider your greatest challenge?
In the organization of the AMA?
No, not just in the organization of the AMA, in terms of getting tourists, in terms of getting the state known as a center for tourist attractions.
Because we're working against a past negative impression, it is a bit tight, but I want to believe that this will help us unravel a whole load of that people will come to realize that, the situation here is well under control, because I think the security issues are the greatest challenge. But once people realize that it's not as bad as it's being told, that things are a whole lot better, we hope that by the time, the developments that we're creating are in place, people will actually be willing to come into the state.
Have you started any form of training for young Bayelsans that can actually help, maybe as tour guides, people who know the history of its people who know the history of the town and the places, so that when I come in, for instance, as a tourist, I can have a young Bayelsan who will take me around and tell me facts about such destinations?
Oh yes, we do have tour guides in the agency. So we have
the agency?
At the agency, yes, we do have. So those are programs that we're working on to put in place.
What about those who come in search of watching there? What about those who come in temporarily, having a job with you? Maybe when you have a huge amount of people who come in, they can serve as tour guide, as interim tour guides. Then when it's over, they go back to their other jobs. Because if you say you have people in the agency, I don't think it's enough if we have a huge amount of people who come into Bayelsa all at the same time to go around as tour guides.
No, the local government also has tourist units. It's not just the agency.
And all the local governments?
Yes, there are tourist units. So the assistance is in place. But we will build up to organizing tours as well. So we would work in conjunction with them and ensure that happens.
Okay, but are there any other programs that your board does or creates or intends to attract people other than AMA?
Oh yes, there are other programs in the pipeline.
Anyone coming up this year?
We're hoping that towards the end of the year we will have a cultural carnival as well that would showcase a lot of our culture. Then in between that, I think this is one of the states that has the largest number of festivals. They haven't been promoted much to date, but there's going to be a lot done from now to ensure that they're promoted.
What about in terms of revenue generation? How much has tourism contributed to the state?
It's a new field. It's a new drive to ensure that we actually have a tremendous gains from tourism.
So now, can we say now it's taking the money, but it's likely to bring in the money in the future?
Obviously, that's what we're hoping for. Like I said, there are a whole load of festivals. Almost every month, you have like 1 or 2 festivals. I know you've heard a lot about the Argungu. We have a lot of festivals like that in Bayelsa. They haven't been promoted much. We hope that as we do that, we can actually bring in more people to witness these festivals and thereby create more revenue from all these areas.
Okay, we'll have to end with that. Ebizi Brown is the Director General, Bayelsa Tourism Development Board. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
All right, then we'll be back in just a moment here. Join us again.